morning. I'm your host, Mikey, and welcome to the morning show. I'm here at the Riverside Green Park. We're going to talk a little bit about pickleball today, but before I get to that, let's roll through what's going on this week. Today, we're doing a TED Talk in the Murfield Room at 1 o'clock. It's called Changing Diets and Food Trends. On Tuesday, tomorrow, we have a wiener roast with music by Chris Bear, and that's at 6 p.m. on the Legacy Patio. Sign up for both that and today's TED Talk on Touchdown or up at the front desk. And then on Friday, we have a Heart Healthy presentation with Dr. Nathan Kander from Ohio Health. That's at 1 p.m. on the Murfield Room. And don't forget that Active Aging Week is next week, so we will be canceling classes, no fitness classes, but we got all kinds of stuff going on. Sign up for that on Touchdown or at the front desk right now too. And then joining me today is resident Jim Wooster, and he's going to talk a little bit about pickleball.
Good morning, picklers. That's what you call it if you play this game, and it's a up-and-coming game, one of the fastest-growing games in the country and in the world. And it's played at the recreational level, and there's actually professional tournaments going on now, so you can make a living playing this game.
Okay, cool. When and where was pickleball invented?
Got it on my hat here. 1965. It was invented in Bainbridge Island in Washington. Three guys, Joel Pritchard's one of the guys' names, and I don't remember the other two, but three guys invented it for their children. They wanted something to keep them active and keep them going and get some exercise. So they kind of invented the game using aspects of several different games.
Okay. And then why is it called pickleball?
There's a couple theories there. I'll tell you the first one, and I like the second one. The first one is the wife of one of the inventors of the game said it's like a jar of pickles, made of several different ingredients, and it's played on a badminton court originally, and the dimensions are still like a doubles badminton court. So there's that. It's sort of like tennis, and it's sort of like ping pong. So it's the three mesh together into pickleball. I like the second theory, and that is that the dog of Joel Pritchard, his name was Pickles, and they were playing the game, and the dog came, ran by, took it away from the kids and ran away with it, and they said, well, that's Pickles ball. So I like that theory.
Okay. And then how did you get into pickleball, and why do you think it's becoming so popular?
I got into pickleball mainly because some of you may know I had total shoulder replacement about 3 years ago, and it became very difficult for me to serve overhand and things like that. So I kind of lost my serve, and therefore I became less competitive. And I saw this game, pickleball, being played, and it's an underhand serve, and most of it is done at this level, maybe some high volleys, and there are overheads, but it was just easier for me to play it, and once I started, I really loved the game and just continued to play it.
Okay. So it's getting really popular here. I know where you're playing all the time is getting pretty packed all the time. Every time I drive by it, there's not an empty court. There's
actually 8 courts. I play over near the police station. There's a skate park there. We call it Kaufman Park, but there are over 1,000 members in the Dublin area. They're not really a Dublin area. It's actually they come from all over the Columbus area and play on those courts.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And we play pickleball here at Friendship Mondays and Wednesdays at 2 o'clock. Right here at the Riverside Green Park. It's right behind us, off Birchton and Canaan Circle, so it's an easy, about 5-minute walk for most people. And yeah, you want to show us a little bit about the basics of pickleball?
Okay, the most confusing thing about the game seems to be the scoring. The scoring there are 3 different numbers, and in tennis, there's like two. You say your score, and then you say the opponent's score. There's three different numbers because most people play doubles pickleball. The first number is your score, your team score. Second number is your opponent's team score, and the third number is the number of server that you are. If you're playing doubles, and it's almost always at the recreational level being played as doubles. So the first team that serves only gets one server. After that, that's kind of to balance out and make it a more even game. But then after that, both people get to serve. So to begin the game, I always say 0-0 start. Okay, meaning I'll be the only server to begin the game. Then after that, if it came to the other side, it would be 0-0-1. Okay, and then it goes. You go to 11, and you have to win by 2, which means if you get tied at 10, it's similar to tennis, and then it's like add in and add out. You need to win by 2 in order to win the game. So I've played games that have been as high as 28-26 by the time there was a 2-point lead. Another feature that seems to confuse people is this area between the net and this blue line right here is called the kitchen, and technically it's the no volley zone. In volley means hitting the ball out of the air before it's bounced. Okay, so you can't step in to the kitchen or the no volley zone and volley the ball. You can step in there and hit it after it bounces, but you better get back out, because if they hit it to you, you can't hit it until you're back out, unless they bounce it back in the kitchen. So that's kind of a unusual aspect of the game. The boundary lines happen to be on this court, blue all the way around. If the ball hits the line, just like in tennis or volleyball, it's in, except for one exception, and that is this kitchen line, this blue kitchen line. If the ball on the serve hits the line, it's out. If you step on the line and volley the ball, that's illegal. Okay. What else do I need to say? Okay, the game begins. It's an underhand serve, and if you're familiar with tennis, this area between the net and the kitchen line, okay, is in tennis is where you serve the ball. In pickleball, you have to serve beyond this line. Okay, so when you follow me?
Mm-hmm.
So when you make a serve, okay, you serve diagonally, underhand, and I won't go over all the technicalities of the underhand serve, but you serve it diagonally past the kitchen line on the other side. Okay, and then if my team would have scored, then I would go to the other side. It always starts on the right-hand side, right back corner. Whoever's there always is the first server for their team. And in tennis, you have a right side and a left side player typically. In pickleball, if you end up on the left side and you're a right side player, you just continue there the next time. So if we scored, it would be 1-0 start. Okay, then I would get to serve again and just keep going back and forth. Only the serving team scores. I don't know. Did I get any other rules that I left out?
No, I think you got all the rules. Who do you think pickleball is appropriate, or maybe who is it not appropriate for?
Okay, I have to give a warning here. There's movement involved. The size of the court, okay, is about a third of the size of the court of a tennis court. So there is a lot less running in pickleball than there is in tennis. A lot of the movement is quick movement, side to side. You only take a couple steps unless you get lobbed. You have to run back. But you just saw me make a move there. A lot of people, it's dangerous if they try to just back up. I turned to go back, but I have to give a warning. If you haven't played something similar and haven't played in a long time, it may be dangerous for you because there's a possibility of falling. But what makes the game so popular is it's easy to become a pretty good player in a very short time. I was a tennis coach, and it takes a long time to develop all the different strokes in tennis. In tennis, I use 3 different grips. In pickleball, I use the same grip all the time. So, which is what in tennis we call a continental grip. It's like a handshake grip. When the paddle's vertical, just grab a hold of it. That's your grip, and I happen to put my finger up there just for some stability.
Okay. You want to hit around a little bit, show them
Sure.
what it looks like?
Sure. Let's go up to the net and just warm up a little bit. I'll show you a typical warm up.
Okay.
Okay. And then we'll play. I'm not used to playing singles. Okay, typically we warm up just by hitting what's called dings, nice little soft shots that we drop into the kitchen. And I'm an old tennis player, so I often hit a 2-handed backhand. Notice I'm in the kitchen, then I back up. I'm in the kitchen, then I back up. You want to get out of the kitchen because you can't volley it in the air. Okay, there I wasn't in the kitchen, so I was able to volley it in the air. You see there's a little bit of movement involved here. There I'm in, back out. The warm-up, the important thing on the warm-up is just to get a little bit of movement, get the feel of the ball, and for me, watching the ball. I tend to watch where I want the ball to go instead of the ball. Okay, so there's a warm-up. Let's play a couple points here.
Okay. Let me back up enough so we can see.
Now we're playing, Mikey and I will be hitting singles. In singles, there's only one server, but I'm gonna just for demonstration purposes have each of us serve twice.
Okay.
So you get the idea on the scoring on doubles.
Yep.
Okay, so 0-0.
Left the screen so they can hear us.
Okay, 0-0 start. Okay. So I was the first server. I only get one serve. Mikey, that's a side out. It's still 0-0.
0-0-1.
Got it on the ball. Okay, now, for demonstration purposes, we're going to let Mikey serve again. So he's the second guy in double.
0-0-2. Do one more.
Yeah. Okay, so it's back to me. That's called a side out when the other side gains possession. So it's 0-0-1 again. Okay. Is that it? Is that enough? Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks, Jim.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us today, Jim.
Yeah, thanks for asking me. And yeah, it's an exciting game, very popular. I love playing it. In fact, I'm on my way to Kaufman Park to play right now.
Okay, cool. And then we will be playing pickleball today at 2 o'clock. If anyone's interested or has any questions, you can contact me. Otherwise, have a great day. We'll see you next week. Bye.